Thank, love, remember the reunited three, most powerful one, God, Timko 2, and the Son of God.
Supreme Master TV Max. Maximize nearly limitless blessings everywhere. The new version of Supreme Master TV Max channels immeasurable blessings from the supreme grace of God. How to best utilize this free of charge tool. Easy. Play it on as many devices as possible.
Buy more, no use telephones, old tablets, anything. The more the better. Spread it anywhere, in your garage, in your garden, in your car, on your bus, at your work, quietly of course, everywhere. The more the better, because right now the blessing power is spread out so incredibly, almost like limitless. So you make use of that in order to strengthen the positive power in this world, to help me to save it, okay? Save people.
Go to suprememastertv.com/max. Click the button that is for your device. One is for PC or Android phone or tablet. The other is for Apple iOS phone or tablet and any other device. Under that, you can click on the plus screens buttons for Max. Each Max screen has a nearly infinite number of screens behind it. 1 plus 119,200 Max. Watch one big screen of Supreme Master TV with a thin line of 119,200 screens of Max around it, along with additional smaller screens. The most powerful daily prayer can be viewed similarly, with even more Max screens surrounding it. Combo. See Supreme Master TV alongside 3 or more smaller screens of Max. Enjoy our TV and the immense blessing at the same time. The download button downloads a video or audio file of the most powerful daily prayer to your device to keep the positive energy flowing without an internet connection. Please tell all you know, all others, so this can help the whole world to be saved. Print out a Supreme Master TV Max card to distribute wherever you go, for example, if it is safe for you.
That kind of concentrated, huge, incredible energy will bless your home, bless your environment, your village, your town, or your city. And if many people do that, will bless your country, bless the world. Then our world will have less disasters, less war, more happiness, more intelligence, and more abundant blessings in our life. Just try it and you'll see the miracles that will happen.
Please visit suprememastertv.com/max, youtube.com/@folia999/streams, or youtube.com/@suprememastertvlive/streams.
You want to take my hand? No? Are you sure? Please take Mama's hand. Mama wants to hold her hand. No? Hand? Right here? No? Okay. Mama's gonna cry. That's fine.
Eating living beings takes you to the path of hungry ghosts. Eating living beings is even the cause to be reborn as an animal. You should know hungry ghosts have immeasurable suffering. You should know animals have immeasurable suffering. Animals live brief lives and often die prematurely as a result of being harmed by others. They suffer boundless fear while living. They suffer boundless fear while dying. All these are the causes and effects of killing. His Majesty Emperor Wu of Liang, vegan.
With profound, humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace. Etc.
Vegan, you don't have to fly to heavens, they fly to you.
We now invite you to watch the next part of this educational lecture titled Silence and Acceptance, Part 3 of 6 on Between Master and Disciples, given in English with subtitles in many languages, on February 18, 1996 in Sihu, Taiwan, also known as Formosa.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. She has been invited to lecture on the Kuan Yin method of meditation throughout the world. We now invite you to view Walk the Way of Love, an introduction to Supreme Master Ching Hai.
We'll search high and low for a little love to bestow on all beings in all corners of existence. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, as she has affectionately become known, lives a message that walks the way of love. A renowned humanitarian, artist, and spiritual visionary, her love and assistance has extended beyond all cultural and racial boundaries to people around the world. The needy and homeless, institutions of medical research, war veterans, the disadvantaged, the physically and mentally handicapped, refugees and victims of natural disasters, etc. We witness countless reminders of the compassion, the trademark of this caring lady and the international foundation that has grown out of her loving example.
Whatever we can share, begin with share. And then we will feel a subtle change in ourselves. More love will be pouring into our consciousness, and we will be aware of something. And that is a beginning. We are here to learn to grow, as well as to learn to use our power, our limitless power of love and creativity, in order to make a better world wherever we happen to be incarnated. Don't worry, I pray for you, okay, honey?
Not only are human beings the blessed beneficiaries of her kindness, animal people from different species are also the recipients of her boundless benevolence.
You okay, boy? You okay? Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, look at you. Oh, quack. You happy? Quack. Hello, you grow so big now, you. Bon appetito. I love you. Good appetite. This is one of the reasons why we should be vegan. Love for all beings, extending love.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, was born in Central Olac, or Vietnam. During her early years, she was often found helping hospital patients, the needy, as well as injured animal people in whichever way she could. As a young adult, she moved to Europe to study and continued there as a translator for the Red Cross. She soon discovered that pain and suffering exist in all corners of the globe, and her search for the remedy to this became the foremost goal in her life. She was happily married at the time to a German doctor, and although it was an extremely difficult decision for both of them, her husband agreed to a separation. She then embarked on what became a 2-year-plus journey in search for spiritual understanding. Finally, in the deepest reaches of the Himalayas in India, she found an enlightened master who imparted to her the Kuan Yin method, a meditation method on the inner heavenly light and sound. After a period of practice, she became fully enlightened. Soon after her return from the Himalayas, at the earnest request of those around her, Supreme Master Ching Hai shared the Kuan Yin method with others, encouraging them to look within to find their own greatness. Through the Kuan Yin method of meditation, they also attained greater fulfillment, happiness, and peace. Before long, invitations arrived from the United States, etc.,
I saw that I was everywhere and in every creature.
Europe,
To see God is very, very simple.
Asia,
All religions tell you be a good person here and find heaven while you can.
Australia,
We are the sons and daughters of God. We are ourselves the Supreme Master.
Africa,
I will show you how to get direct teaching
and South America,
and keep the commandments and try to lead a more vegan life.
as well as from important organizations for Supreme Master Ching Hai to give lectures.
The peace and love that we most often talk about and seek, we have within ourselves. You must look inside and find your own treasure and find the real lasting happiness. The future is in our hands. So you make it beautiful or you make it worse. It's up to you.
Supreme Master Ching Hai has realized many spontaneous talents that she expresses through artistic paintings and creations, music and poetry, and aesthetic jewelry and clothing designs, expressing the inner and outer beauty. The income generated from her artistic creations has enabled Supreme Master Ching Hai to create an independent source of funding for humanitarian activities in support of her noble mission of assisting God's children in their times of need. Although she does not seek acknowledgement of any kind, Supreme Master Ching Hai has been given awards worldwide by government officials and private organizations on numerous occasions. They include the World Peace Award, the World Spiritual Leadership Award, the Award for Promotion of Human Rights, the World Citizen Humanitarian Award, the Award for Outstanding Public Service to Mankind, the 2006 Goosey Peace Prize, the Los Angeles Music Week Certificate of Commendation, and first place silver for the 27th Annual Telly Awards 2006. In addition, October 25th and February 22nd have been proclaimed as the Supreme Master Ching Hai Day in the United States.
She also brings love around the world where there is hate. She brings hope where there is despair. And she brings understanding where there is misunderstanding. She is the light of a great person, an angel of mercy for all of us.
Agradecer a la Suprema Maestra su liderazgo, agradecerle su optimismo, agradecerle ese don de gente que tiene que la hace tan única y tan especial.
Una impresión muy grata de ver un corazón tan noble, tan dispuesto a servir. Ella está sirviendo a todos los seres humanos, está sirviendo al planeta para salvarlo, para rescatarlo. Tiene un corazón noble, pero también un gran liderazgo. Sé que van a suceder las cosas que tienen que suceder.
Supreme Master Ching Hai is one of the truly dedicated people of this era, helping others find and create a beautiful vision of our future. Many great people in history have had a dream, and in her own words, so does Supreme Master Ching Hai.
I dream that all the world will become peaceful. I dream that everyone becomes the Buddha. I dream that all the killing will stop. I dream that all the children will walk in peace and harmony. I dream that all the nations shake hands with each other, protect each other, and help each other. I dream that our beautiful planet will not be destroyed. It takes billions, trillions of years to produce this planet. And it's so beautiful, so wonderful. I dream that it will continue, but in peace, beauty, and love. I think most people, maybe including myself, or our mouth water or breathing will have germs anyhow. I don't know why. That's what they reported, no? The scientists, they have researched and they found that people's mouth water have a lot of bacteria. So when people kiss each other, they exchange a lot of bacteria. And it's a very generous amount. But even then, I'm very afraid to give you the food that's left over for me. So whatever's left over, I just throw it away. Because in case I'm sick and I give it to you, I don't know. So mostly I just throw the leftover food away, yeah? But according to that research, I don't have that many bacteria. So in case if you happen to pick any of my leftover, don't worry about it, yeah? Really. I just know that by accident. I didn't really have a blood test just to know that I don't have bacteria in my body. It just happened that I was very sick at that time. It was not very seriously sick. It was just an allergy, that makes you grow red pimples on your body and it's itching. So I didn't want to go everywhere and look like a monkey, Huh? So even though it was not very, very serious, but it wasn't very good looking. So I had to go and check up with the doctor after I took so many medicines and it didn't help. So I have to go and find out what is it and what medicine is the best. Because you can't just keep going taking medicine forever. Sometimes over-the-counter medicine doesn't help you. Then you must go to the doctor and have a thorough checkup to see what it is. Sometimes you take too much medicine, it doesn't help you. And on the contrary, it harms your body, huh? So if you take a few and it doesn't help, then you must go to the specialist, huh? And that's what I did. And that's how I found out that I don't have a lot of bacteria in my body. It's a very few. For the doctor to say that means really few. Because I had to throw up blood test, everything. I have a big chart, very long chart, with all kinds of things on on. Everything 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, bacteria few. Things like that. So now we go back to the land of Egypt, huh? We come back to Moses and his master. So because Moses saw the baby drowning, and the master coolly stood by and didn't do anything, even though Moses begged him for magical power and things like that. But the master did not help. But because he promised his master to keep silent, so he had to keep silent. But then he was very troubled and criticizing the master in his heart all the time. Even though he knew this is not correct to criticize the master, but then he couldn't help to stop it. And he couldn't dispel all this negative thinking about the master for a long period of time. And then during the course of their wandering around the country, sometimes, perhaps they go around to see other disciples, things like that. Before, they didn't have cars like today, so probably they had to go on foot. Or sometimes they have to go on horse carts and things like that if they have money. Perhaps the two didn't have that much, so they were wandering around on foot. One day they came to the seashore, and then they both saw a boat sinking with the whole crew members. So Moses' big mouth couldn't help but open again. So he said, "Look, master, the whole boat is sinking. Did you see that? And the whole crew members are sinking. Can you do something about it?" Again. So the master said, "Shh, keep silent." That's all he said. So Moses, of course, didn't say anything else and kept silent. But his criticizing thoughts were increasing manifold. Very troubled was his heart. Very, very heavy and troubled. So when he got back home, he complained, not to the master, but to God. He said, God, you told me to follow this guy. But you don't know what kind of guy he is. God said, don't talk nonsense. How do I not know? And Moses says to him, but you don't know, God. He saw a child dying, and he saw a whole ship sinking with the whole crew, 30-odd people on it, all dying, and he didn't do anything, not even moving his heart or blink his eyes. That's the kind of person that guy was. And you told me to follow him. So God said to him, it's you who doesn't know. The child who was drowning was the person who was meant to bring a very great war between two nations, in which many hundreds of thousands of people would have died and millions wounded. So it was good that the disaster befell him and that he drowned, saving a lot of people's lives. And as for that sinking ship, that was the ship of the pirates. And the pirates supposed to go and make a very big plunder near the seashore port, very near where the ship sank. So it was good that the ship sank and all the pirates died. So to save the people of that town, not to be robbed and not to be killed and raped and all kinds of bad things done to them by these pirates. So now you know, all the innocent people have been saved by the incidents of a baby drowning and a sinking pirate ship. So now you must know. So, of course, Moses kept his mouth shut, finally, and his inside mouth shut. That is important. Not that because outside he doesn't speak, that inside he's quiet, as you have seen before. So you see, Moses was supposed to be a future master, of some kind at least. And then, during the disciple apprenticeship, he has been such a difficult and ignorant student. Can you imagine how much harder it is for any master to teach ordinary mankind with lesser intelligence and lesser wisdom and lesser merit? Because to be a master, he must be a very great man, a lot of merit, and a lot of wisdom already, very high-level person. And now to teach such a high-level person, the master must go through a lot of hardship like this. You just think Moses obeyed him and kept silent, that's good enough? No, it's not. It's not what he does outside. It's what's inside that will project sometimes harmful energy and sometimes very discomforting energy to the master. But even though the master kept silent and bear it all, doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. It might not hurt the body of the master, but it might hurt the mentality or the energy field of the master. Not the wisdom of the master, and not the compassion and the love, and not the real person of the master, but it hurts his mental ability, maybe. Maybe it hurts even his body. If something is too great a burden for a mental ability to bear, then it will come down and affect the body as well, after all. So the mental and physical both will be affected if the energy is so strong and so negative. And mostly, when a disciple is so close, such as Moses, to his master, then this energy will affect him very, very, very strongly and very directly, and is very unbearable. But the master, of course, will keep silent and don't talk about it. And since there is no evidence anyhow, because Moses kept silent, nobody will know that he is attacking the master with his mental projection, which is just as hard-hitting as any physical beating outside. Believe me. That's how all the black magicians can kill people from far away by just projecting their mental negativity and killing order to that person from far away. They concentrate their mind and then they just kill anybody from very far away. That can be done. Still can be done nowadays, even in Taiwan. Or sometimes when you love each other, you even far away from each other, but you can feel each person's loving vibration sending back and forth. Yeah, so that's a mental projection is very strong and important. As much as a physical, we cannot say that Moses didn't do anything to the master. He did. So sometimes we accuse the people who killed Lord Jesus on the cross, and who abuse his physical body. But we have forgotten many more who abuse him mentally, which is just as much painful, or sometimes it's even more painful. Is that not so? Yes. Now, do you see that? It's very difficult to follow a master, Yeah. But perhaps because Moses was destined to be a leader of his people, to lead people out of Egypt. Therefore, he has been tested so strongly. If he was an ordinary disciple, they would probably not seen such a scene like this, where the master has to stand by helplessly and seeing a baby drowning, things like that. Probably you have been tested more severely. Have you? No, I have never intentionally tested you. Maybe God did. Or whatever you think that I test you, it's just you testing yourself. I'm just living a very natural life. Whatever I have to do at that time, I do it. Whatever I feel like doing at that time, if it doesn't harm other people, I just do it. All right? If it's good for me, good for other people, and doesn't harm anyone, then I do it. So there's no testing for you at all. Not for me. If there's any test, it's from you and or from God. And that story is not very funny, Was it funny? Nah. Nah. Okay, I find another funny story for you. Yeah, some people think if I grow my hair and then they say, oh, master, test me. What for do I test him? If I want to grow my hair, I grow it. If I want to shave it, I shave it. What it has got to do with him? Right? But I think it's a big test. Yes. For them to accept me with long hair or short hair or no hair. That's their nonsense problem. And sometimes I wear beautiful clothes and they say, oh, master, test me again. What for shall I test him with such beautiful things? If my master would test me with things like that, I would feel very good. Oh, do test more. Make me see more beautiful clothes. Okay. Okay, there's another story. It's very beautiful. This is more beautiful story. There was a young man in training to become a priest or monk. Priest. Christian, they call him a priest. Buddhist, they call him a monk. Actually, both of them are similar in rank and job and ability. Oh, not in ability, but perhaps sometimes same, sometimes not. But both priests and monks must work very hard. Must learn the doctrine of Christianity or Buddhism. Must dedicate all his or her life to the service of mankind in whatever way God arranged for him, and not think of his own personal problem or property or family or friends. He must be for everybody.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, is a world-renowned spiritual teacher, humanitarian, and artist. To learn more about her compassionate life and teachings, please visit suprememastertv.com/master.
Vegan. Tested positive for wholesomeness.
The most powerful daily prayer for any time and before meditation, which is the order from God, and Supreme Master Ching Hai shares with us by His blessed grace.
We humbly worship, praise, thank, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation. We thank, love, praise the only Son of God, who is the ultimate Master for our salvation. We follow the teaching of all the saints and sages. We thank, love, and praise them, who are the representatives of God for our spiritual elevation.
Worship, praise, obey the three reunited, one most powerful, God, Tim Quo Tu, and the Son of God.
Devoted viewers, we thank you for your company for today's episode titled Silence and Acceptance, Part 3 of 6 on Between Master and Disciples. Coming up next is Learning the Truth, selections from The Enclosed Garden of the Truth by Sinai, Vegetarian, Part 1 of 2, on Words of Wisdom, with subtitles in many languages, right after noteworthy news. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for more constructive programming.
Being vegan, having peace, doing good deeds, life is a feast.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/BMD.
برامجنا متوفرة بالعديد من اللغات. يرجى زيارة suprememastertv.com/schedule و suprememastertv.com/BMD.
Also, be sure to follow us on our socials: YouTube, Facebook, Getter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Nico, Pinterest, Reddit, Substack, Telegram, Threads, TikTok, Truth Social, Tumblr, VK, and X, previously known as Twitter, in multiple languages by searching Supreme Master TV.